Hello again, Vortex. You like my polyester sweatshirt? It's made with 2 different forms of polyester, but it looks like it's sheep's wool, but it's not. It's fucking polyester. So I was just thinking, the previous video that I did, I was talking about suicide. And I was also talking about euthanasia, which is assisted suicide. Now, I'm sure that it's probably contradictory to my belief system, because God does not want us to commit suicide, okay? I should stress that. So whenever I say things, you know, I'm just talking out of my ass, all right? I know that suicide is not the right line of action, and I also know that people that commit suicide are regarded as very self-absorbed, and I don't really think that's fair. Even if people are allowed to feel the way that they feel about everything, but I just find it amusing that people are so quick to jump to a conclusion like that about somebody that commits suicide, all because they don't understand that action. And I feel like people that they do that, they're going to have to face the wrath of God. They're going to be judged for that. So when people judge somebody for committing suicide, that it's like you're doing God's work. You don't need to do that. I guess, you know, well, that could be said about anything. You could say, well, Amy, you judge people for quite a bit. I do, but then I pull back and I feel bad. Because I don't want to be that way. But I am. Because I'm a human being. I was only saved through Yeshua. It's crazy, though, how many people, they'll get mad at me. They'll say I'm not a Christian because I say I want people to kill themselves. That's just my desire. And it's really not even that I want them to do that. I just want them to think about it, because if they think about it, you know, well, it's always good for people to think about suicide. And the reason why is because it makes you a stronger person. Think about it like this. Think about all these people that take pills because they're afraid of thinking about suicide. Are you freaking kidding me? And what's so funny about it is that the same pills provide the suicidal thoughts already, you know? So it's like, if you're having suicidal thoughts, the last thing you need to take is an antidepressant, okay? And think about it, just the terminology, antidepressant. Who the fuck are these people that think that all because we're sad, we need something to combat that? I mean, as if sadness is like the worst thing that could possibly happen to somebody. I mean, I just think about all these actual problems in the world, you know, like our current political system, and the fact that, like, this country is so obsessed with a bunch of imaginary problems. And so they have imaginary solutions to imaginary problems, and the actual problems that really, really need something to be done about them, those will always get swept under the rug because we're too busy yakking about a bunch of shit that's not that serious, or it's not even happening at all. So, this is ridiculous, man. I was thinking, if I go back and do comedy again, I don't know if I will, but I'm gonna like talk about how serious the coronavirus is. It really is the most serious thing that's ever existed. You know, like all the other stuff that you thought was really important in your life ceases to matter because of this virus, okay? This is seriously how people feel about it. And if people don't feel that way about it, the media is pushing people to feel that way about it. Even though the people that work for the media and the governors and the senators and everybody doesn't give a fuck about this because it's not that serious, but people will keep stressing that it is, even though they don't follow their own rules. Like the governor of California and the governor of Chicago and the governor of Seattle and the governor of Michigan. Okay, they don't care. They don't care. And so it doesn't make sense to continue to do things their way if they're not doing things their way. Okay? Like, I just don't understand, like, the sort of, like, people just kind of go along with it. I mean, I'm like mentally, like, I'm in my own space all the time. But it's just people that choose not to be, like, they choose to just be totally enveloped in this make-believe. And like I said, I'm not saying it's not happening at all, but it's like, this is definitely political. And if it's political, then you can't trust it anymore, because whatever seriousness existed. Now, personally, I think it's always been political, but it's just, I don't understand how people take stuff seriously when it's clearly been compromised and it's clearly not about what they say it's about. I don't get it, but it's okay. I don't have to get you, and you don't have to get me, okay?